All right. Hi, I just wanted to record myself using the jump to next unresolved discussion button feature, especially in coordination with its intended ability to sort of know where you've scrolled to and scroll back up. Or rather, when you scroll up, it knows what the next discussion should be based on your position. I think we're all fairly on the same page as to what's actually like happening and the bugs that people are seeing. But often it's easier to see problems in other people's stuff than your own. So I'm not seeing the bugs, but maybe you will in my screen share here. So I will get started. So I'm using this MR, which is 70827 up here. I'm sure there are plenty, but this is on production. This is like out there live. It's closed with open discussion, so I expect it to just kind of persist forever. So as part of this, what I've found easiest is to have something visual on screen so I can see when things should be happening. So I posted a comment in this issue with a little bit of snippet of JS, which just all it does is draw a line on the screen that doesn't interact with the mouse. So I'll paste it here in the console and run it. So now I have a line right at the middle, and actually you can kind of see my browser has this little taskbar thing over here, which should be dead center, and you can see that the arrow is pointing right to it. So that's what that is. So you can see there's like a dead center arrow right there. So when I load into this page, there's essentially there are zero seen discussions because that line hasn't been crossed by any unresolved discussion yet. So when I click next here, I should get this question from Allison scrolling up to about here. I think the browser default is when you scroll to an element, it puts it like in the top third, I think, or something like that. So it should come up to about here. So is it worth validating? Let's just make sure that happens. Yeah, so I see, is it worth validating? Now, the important thing here is this red line, which is kind of the trigger at 50% of the page of where you've seen a discussion or not, which of course is adjustable. We can decide where that line is. I just picked the middle. Because it's now below the top of that, the next one should be down. And as I scroll down, nothing is going to change. So the next one should be, I think we should still have a spec, this last one down here. So I can scroll back up to about where we were, which is like here-ish. And it says, I think we should still have a spec. Let's make sure it goes there. I think we should still have a spec. Yeah, so it's going there. So now if I scroll, so this red line is just above the top of this discussion here. So it should be like right there. The next one should still be this same comment again. I think we should still have a spec. Let's make sure. Yeah, so it's done. So if I go up, it should keep jumping back to that same one as long as I scroll up above it. Now to see that it really is that line there, or I actually haven't double checked this, but I'm pretty sure it's the top of that comment. So if I put the scroll right below it, it should not, because we haven't crossed that line yet, it should go to the next one. So let's see what it is. Yeah, so it's jumped down below. So this is the behavior that I'm seeing. This is expected from my side, but depending on where you think the line should be, depending on how, I'm not sure if browser logic is different in terms of like the actual scroll to behavior, but this is what I would expect. I'm in Vivaldi, which is a Chromium-based browser, so most Chrome browsers are going to act this. Edge will act like this. Safari, I don't know. I don't have a way to test Safari right now, but this is what I expect. So we're above the first one now, so when I jump, it should go to the first one again, which it did, and so on and so forth. As I get to the bottom of the page, it should loop back around to the very top again. And as you can see, the line is below the first one, so we've kind of reset. So that's what I'm seeing, and this line is open to moving. We can pick a different part of the comment probably. Obviously the top of the first note that's unresolved is the easiest, but we could do something like, it's not seen until you have scrolled down to the last reply or something. It's a little bit more complicated to do something like that, but it is possible. But there are lots of options here, but this is how I expect it to work, and it seems to be working for me. Interested to see thoughts. Thank you very much.